Auto Supply top 7 will transfer from each of our 3 heat races. Starting on the pole of heat race number 1 from Brantford, the Action Hand Car Wash 05, Dave Goodacre. Starting second from Brantford, the Marble Slab 22, Brittany Myers. Starting third from Hagersville, the dmstyres 26, Tim Newell. Starting fourth from Stratford, the Grandview Flour and Feed 54, that's Chris French. Starting fifth from Hamilton, the 17, Mike Taylor. Starting sixth from Paris, number 79, Steve Miller. Starting seventh from Simcoe, the Todd's Auto 88, Adam Nye. Starting eighth from Caledonia, the 11, that's the Pinball, Mike Iverson. Starting ninth from Simcoe, the Extreme Liners 4, Aaron Merwitsky. Then from Hamilton, the R&B Sprinklers 96 of Brian Crosgrove. From Harley, the 37 is Rob Hoskins. From Hagersville, the Timpson Auto 23, that's Dusty DeBoer. And from Canfield, the number 46 of Kevin Pauls. We'll go with 13 cars, 6 off the distance on E-Race number 1. Top 7 will transfer to our 15-lap feature. Everybody else will head to the B main.
Well, here they come down to the green flag. We're on it here. Ministock qualifying race number 1. Goodacre with the pole. Myers on the inside and 3 wide behind.
I'll make it 5 wide now in some spots as they go down the backstretch. Newell will grab the lead going into corner number 3 with Myers now in second, but she'll get swarmed as they go through 3 and 4. In trouble for the French 54 as it will go around down at corner number 4.
Working here up front is Newell. With Myers behind, Miller goes to the outside cushion here. Crosgrove and Goodacre looking for racing room. Kyverson in the mix as well.
3 wide for that second spot. Miller on the high side. Myers down on the inside line now as the 96 of Crosgrove gets a tap in the rear end from the 46 of Pauls, and he will spin it around. We'll stay green for the moment.
Rowitsky down the inside of Myers. He'll grab the third position here as they come onto the back straightaway. They're 3 wide for positions 4, 5, and 6. Or maybe that's 5, 6, and 7. Either way, Newell here off of turn number 4. Good lead out front of Aaron Rowitsky.
Cross flags up in the air for Newell. Rowitsky in second. Hoskins running third. Miller in fourth. Fifth right now is Myers as they begin to string themselves out a little bit. They continue 3 wide for that fifth spot.
Newell with the advantage. He's got a big lead out front, but as you mentioned, 7 is what we're looking for as Newell comes here back to the front side. Rowitsky with a good run. Hoskins at third, Miller fourth. They all seem to have a good run going here, but the rest 3 is what we're watching for.
Newell works it down the back stretch another time with Rowitsky in second, Hoskins and Miller third and fourth, Myers fifth, Paul sixth, seventh right now. It's that 17 machine of Mike Taylor, but they're going 3 wide for the final transfer spot and just 1 lap to go.
Taylor gets through the inside there, moves himself into 6. Myers trying to hold on to the 7th and final spot here as DeBoer works to her outside corner.
And Nelson in that 22 is the final transfer car, but here comes the 23 of DeBoer on the outside line. He'll go high and grab the spot. Meanwhile, the front checkers out, and Aaron Rowitsky will surprise and grab the win over Newell. Hoskins will be third, Miller fourth, fifth is Paul, sixth is Taylor, and seventh will be DeBoer. So put Nelson along with Giberson, Goodacre, Nye, and French to the B main, and a last corner win by Aaron Rowitsky.
What a drive by Rowitsky, man. He came out here last year as a pure rookie, really picked up his game. As Greg mentioned, guaranteed $1,000 in the 50-50, and as it goes over that, it will continue to grow. Here's the lineup for qualifying heat race 2.
Pinty's Foods heat race number 2, brought to you by, as I said, Pinty's Foods. Starting in the pole from London, the BDS Enterprises 49, Gary Hodgson. Starting the 27, Nick Sarantakos. Starting third from Smithville, the Lamb and Salvage 6X, Mike Sarantakos. Then from Dundas to 69, Rob Twitchett, the Evergreen Lambscapes car. Then from Brantford, the 93 is Chris Reichman. 11P Patrick Abrahamson, 9 Tim DeBoer, 21 Jonathan Ayrton, 51 Trevor Young, 8 Barry Westman, 64 Doug Erskine, and 2 Matt Newell. Here we go, 6 off the distance on heat race number 2.
And they They'll go down the front stretch, fanning out 4, 5 wide down in that first corner. Here they go again, 5 wide through corner 2. Will they all make it through? Well, they're going to continue it down the back stretch.
Wow, what racing here in the Ministock division tonight. The track nice and wide for them tonight. And they're making use of all of it again. 5 wide in corner 2. A little bit of bumper tag there. Sorry, in corner 4. Nick Sarantakos will lead after lap number 1.
The benefactors of that, the 93 of Reichman, the 69 of Twitchett. They use the collector lanes on the back stretch to get by. Here comes Twitchett to the inside of Reichman, looking for the second spot going into 3.
Reichman's got second for the moment, but Twitchett and Hodgson are still there. 3 wide again, and Twitchett will hold the second spot. 3 laps in and 3 to go, with Sarantakos make that 2 laps in and 4 to go for Sarantakos at the front.
Hodgson right there in that second spot, one of the drivers that does double duty, races Saturdays down to the Merrittville Speedway, running in that second spot. But here comes Twitchett to his outside in that 69 machine. He's got all the minions on board the 69.
Reichman's got to be wondering what happened there. He was second for a moment. Now he's 3 wide for the third spot. Smoke out of the 27 of Sarantakos, but he will keep going for the moment with the lead. But Hodgson, Abramson, and the rest of the field are catching up now to the leader.
Through 3 and corner 4. Sarantakos, your leader. They're 3 wide for the second spot as they come off the corner. Hodgson has it. Abramson right now in third. Fourth is Twitchett. Fifth right now is the 93 of Reichman. Then it's Young and Ayrton. The 21 machine of Jonathan Ayrton is the final transfer car at this moment.
Sarantakos with the lead here, but Hodgson is right there. Hodgson got a heat race win last week. Looking for another one here. White flag in the air. Sarantakos, Hodgson, Abramson, and then it's side by side between Twitchett and Reichman.
A little bit more smoke out of that 27 car when it goes into the corners. Seems to be still under power, though. Here comes the 49 of Hodgson and the 11P of Patrick Abramson as they close on the leader through 3 and 4.
Still very close at the front of this one. Sarantakos will get the win. Second will be Hodgson. Third is Abramson. Fourth is Reichman. Fifth will be Twitchett. Sixth is Ayrton. And seventh in the final transfer spot is Trevor Young. So that sends Mike Sarantakos, Tim DeBoer, Doug Erskine, Matt Newell, and Barry Westman to the B main. He raced number 3 for the HOW Automotive Ministocks, brought to you by Epic Racewear. Only the Burger Bar in 21X, that's Mark Bazine. Starting 4th from St. George, the 42, Joe DeBoer. Starting 5th from Dunville, the Fierce Fitness, number 90, that's Chad Smelzer. From Woodstock, the Hawkins Electric 66X, that is Brandon Jansen, your points leader. From Cookstown, the Amsoil 63 is Brandon Crumpy. From Woodstock, the Sutton Group 66, John Janssens. From London, the BDS Enterprises 97, Dave Silverthorne Sr. tonight. Then it's the 92, Kyle Neumeister, the 45, Rob Sauter, and the 63C of Bobby Tolton. So 3 newcomers at the tail of the field here. And also see the 50 car. That is either Lane Zardo or it's Lane Zardo tonight, I'm being told. Here we go, green flag out on heat race number 3.
Last week's feature winner, Mark Bazine, pulls to the inside of Schroeder, going down into corner number 1. So give Bazine the lead in the Burger Barn 21X. Schroeder back to second. And here comes the point leader with a head of steam, that 66X of Brandon Jansen.
So put Bazine to the lead, but already Brandon Jansen's up from 6th into 2nd. Youngblood, Crumby, Schroeder, and Jansen's behind them. And now the 63C of Tolton gets spun around on the front stretch. We'll see if he can get it going here.
Bobby Tolton will get the 63 car gathered back up with Mark Bazine leading away over Brandon Jansen's. Brandon Crumby right now in the 3rd spot as they go down through 1 and 2.
So a big lead here for Bazine in the Burger Bar 21X. But Jansen's in the Hawkins Electric 66X is trying to make up some ground here. Then it's Crumby 3rd in the Amsoil 63. Sutton Group 66 of John Jansen's in 4th. And then the Eggs car, the 29 of Youngblood, rounds out the top 5. Final transfer spots right now being held down by Schroeder in the 60 and Zardo in the 50 as he is making his way up through the field.
So the leader will work it off a corner 4. 4 laps in, 2 to go here in this one. Tight battle for the second spot. The Janssens and Crumby going at it. John Janssens on the bottom, Crumby in the middle. Brandon Janssens on the outside. As John Janssens has the second spot. Crumby back to third. Brandon Janssens in that 4th position.
They'll get the white flag this time by. It's still Bazine way up front, but a great battle for that second spot, as now John Janssens has it over Crumby and then his brother Brandon Janssens.
Mark Bazine leads him down the backstretch. He picked up the checkered flag last Friday night before the rains came, and he's going to pick up another one. Second in a row for the 21X. Mark Bazine will win the heat.
Second will be John Janssens. Third is Crumby. Fourth is Brandon Janssens. Fifth is Lane Zardo. Sixth is Youngblood. Seventh will be the 60 of Martin Schroeder. So those are your transfer cars. That sends Silverthorne, Smelzer, DeBoer, and Tolton, as well as the 4S of Sauter to the B main.
Okay, 54, row number 2 will be the 17 of Mike Taylor and the 88 of Adam Nye. Row 3, the 96 of Brian Crosgrove and the 46 of Kevin Pauls. Row number 4, the 6X of Mike Sarantakos and the 9 of Tim DeBoer. Row 5, the 8 of Barry Westman and the 64 of Doug Erskine. Row number 6, the 2 of Matt Newell and the 42 of Joe DeBoer. Row 7 will be Chad Smelzer in the 90 and the 97 of Dave Silverthorne Sr. And row number 8, the 92 of Kyle Neumeister and the 45 of Rob Sauter. And Bobby Tolton will make up the final starting spot in the 63C. Last chance to make it into the A main. Only 7 will transfer, 10 will go home. Green flag in the air, they're already on it.
Off into one goes Dave Goodacre with a whole host behind him, looking for 7 more. No, they get together on the front row. Big trouble back there for Sarantakis, DeBoer, and I can't see the other 2, Greg, from here in the infield.
Silverthorne, Westman, DeBoer, and Sarantakos are the 4 involved up there. Some debris up the high side of corner number 2 flew off, I believe, the Sarantakos machine.
Barry Westman able to drive out of this one. The one with the big problem here is Dave Silverthorne Sr. With the body damage on the 97, he's going to need to head to the pits to get that 97 adjusted here. The right front fender all tore up on the Silverthorne 97, and that one will have to go back to the pits to get the fender tore off. Prizes will be each one package for 2.
And green flag back out now for the HRW Automotive Ministocks.
So it's French with the lead here. Adam Nye make that now into the lead in the 88 cars. He gets around French, but now Crosgrove up into this one, and he will lead after lap number 1. So Crosgrove with the lead, Nye second, then it's Erskine third, but here comes Kevin Pauls, Matt Newell, Mike Taylor, and now Bobby Tolton up into the top 7. Crosgrove still has the lead here after lap number 2, but 3 wide for the second spot with Nye, and then the 64 of Erskine, the 46 of Pauls.
Crosgrove leads them off of corner number 2 with Erskine, and now the yellow flag will come back out as French comes to a stop up in corner number 3. Apologize, having some microphone issues with Clinton. We'll get that fixed.
So again, top 7 transferring out of this one. 2 laps on the board, 4 to go. Crosgrove, the leader in that 96 car, choosing the inside line for the restart. Erskine second in the 64. And here we go, green flag out again from Rob Sharp.
Green flag back in the air, and they'll go 3 wide for the lead at the front of the field as they go down into corner number 1 again. Top 7 transfer to tonight's A main.
And now they're about to be 3 wide for the lead. Erskine on the outside, Crosgrove in the middle, Pauls on the inside. Behind them, Smelzer in the number 90 on the move now in that Fierce Fitness car, but he gets gummed up on the outside of turn 4, and a couple cars get around him for the moment.
Go through corner number 1. It's Pauls, Crosgrove, Erskine, and then 5 cars going at it for 4 spots as Smelzer gets all kinds of sideways and finally loops it around and catches Joe DeBoer.
That was a hard hit for DeBoer and Smelzer, as DeBoer's got a broken left front everything there on the 42. Smelzer got pinched in the middle of 2 other cars there. I believe Tolton was one of them. And then started doing a tank slapper and couldn't save it there. Got spun around, and DeBoer unfortunately tagged him. So safety crew over to check on those 2 drivers as that was a hard hit there for the 90 and the 42. Joe DeBoer out of the 42 assessing the damage. So we're going to need a hook for both of these cars, heavily damaged on the front ends. Tough break to end the evening for Chad Smelzer, who had 2 top 10s in a row coming into the evening.
Again, don't forget, a busy couple of weeks here at the Ohsweken Speedway, as next Friday night it's Autograph Night plus Christmas in July. Burning out, if you survive this one, you might make the A main. 9 cars left, 2 will go home. And at this point, if you are going home, at least your car's in one piece. So not all is lost, but here we go. Green flag back in the air. We get ready to settle this and figure out who the final 7 cars will be in tonight's A main.
Well, now 10 cars left as Tolton has rejoined the field at the back. Up front, it's still Paul's in that 46 car. He'll get the white flag this time by.
Here they come off of corner number 4. White flag in the air for Pauls. Crosgrove in second. Erskine third. 4th is Newell. 5th, Saratoga. 6-9. 7th is Taylor. Westman in that 8 car needs to get on his horse and get by the 17 of Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor took that spot away. He's looking for more, though, on the inside of Nye. Up front, it's Pauls. He will come through corner 4 the final time. And Pauls will get the win in the B main. Second will be Erskine. 3rd is Crosgrove. 4th is Newell. 5th is Saratakos. 6th at the line will be the 17 of Mike Taylor. Then it's the 88 of Adam Nye in that 7th and final transfer spot.
So intermission time, and we'll go down track.
Ministock drivers, they're about to put on a show for you. This track is in perfect condition for them to race all over the speedway, and I know they will use every inch of it. Brittany Myers, Tim Newell will lead us to the green flag here. Strickland's GMC pace truck to the infield. Lights are out, and we're ready to go with our 15-lap HRW Automotive Ministock feature.
And with the green flag for the HRW Automotive Ministocks, Brittany Myers and Newell on the outside as they go down into corner number 1. They all fan out as they get ready to go down the backstretch, with Myers leading the way over Newell and Rowitsky. Remember, Rowitsky made that brave pass on the final lap of his qualifying heat, and here he is at the front of the field. Aaron Rowitsky will lead them down the front stretch here on lap number 1.
That's about as much of a slide job as a Ministock can do, as he puts a slider on Newell and takes the lead in turn 4. So Rowitsky has the lead here. Behind them, it's a melee. Look at Lane Zardo in the 50, already up in the top 10 after he started in row number 11.
Yeah, Lane Zardo's done a nice job in his handful of dirt races so far, and here he is working inside the top 10. And he's right up there following Mark Bazine. If you're going to follow someone here in the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks, Mark Bazine's the right guy. Look at that 21X. Shoots right up through the middle into second. Here comes Lane Zardo to follow suit.
Bazine started 17th. He's up to second now with 2.5 laps completed. It's Rewutsky with the lead here, but Bazine is on the move. And here's Zardo now. He started 21st, and he's up to third, fighting with Bazine for that second spot.
So Aaron Rewutsky, your leader, but here comes Bazine and Zardo right now, going at it into corner number 4. They'll split the 4X of Aaron Rewutsky across the stripe. Rewutsky leads the lap, but here comes Bazine to the outside.
Well, Rewutsky put a bit of a pick there on Zardo, and now Bazine's going to benefit from that. He'll take the lead. Zardo still working on getting around the 4 of Rewutsky. Hasn't been able to do it yet. They're still 2x2 in corner 3 and 4. Now Zardo to the inside on Bazine.
Bazine leads him down into corner number 1. 5 laps into this one, and here comes Lane Zardo working that inside groove. Side by side with the leader, Mark Bazine. He was last week's winner. You've got one of the absolute best in a mini stock on dirt against one of the top stars in the asphalt scene. Lane Zardo working the inside line, battling for the lead with Mark Bazine.
Behind them, we're keeping an eye on the points leader. Brandon Janssens has a right front fender hanging off on the number 66X. He's made it up into the top 10 now, but we'll see if that debris can stay on for the 66X of Janssens. Still side by side for the lead as Zardo and Bazine go at it here.
Bazine leads that lap, but here's Zardo right to the inside of the 21X. They go side by side through corner number 2, and now they'll drag race down the back stretch. Bazine on the top, Zardo on the bottom. They're door to door into 3.
Yellow flag is out. Trevor Young in the 51 has spun around in corner 1 and 2, as has, I believe, that is the 27 of Sarantakos down there. So green flag to this point, 7 laps on the board.
From Have Bus Racing Tours, they want to take you to Eldora Speedway this coming week to see the Super Dirt Car Series Big Block Modifieds and the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. Here we come back to the green flag, 7 laps on the board.
Very good restart there for Zardo as he takes the lead here with the green flag out. Rewutsky made a dive bomb to the inside in turn 1 and 2, and it looks like the 21X of Bazine may have a flat tire as he falls back through the pack.
Yeah, starting to fade a little bit uncharacteristically on that 21X. We'll have a look as he comes. It's a flat left rear on the 21X as he is all sorts of sideways coming down the front stretch, and the Burger Barn 21X will have to head it to the pit area.
Tough break for Bazine, who now spins it up in corners 1 and 2. We'll see if he can keep going here. And yellow flag is out, and now Bazine drives away. So he will be done for the night. No more courtesy laps for flat tires in the mini stocks any longer. The drivers voted to get rid of that rule after they had voted it in a couple weeks before. 54 over Brandon Crumby. All 3 of those drivers I just mentioned are in the top 5 here. So the point standings are going to be very close after tonight if things stay the way they are. 7 laps, though, left to settle at Zardo with another good restart.
Zardo leads him down into corner number 1, and here comes another former asphalt driver, Brandon Crumby, on the outside, but he makes contact with Aaron Rewutsky. That slows them up, allows John Janssens and Chris Reichman rather, to slip up there into second and third.
Yeah, Crumby took a bit of a body slam there from Rewutsky, who can't keep the 4 down. It looks like he might have a flat right front on the number 4, and he does. And the right front tire definitely soft on that car, but maybe some more damage to that one. Anyway, Rewutsky is off to the pits, I do believe, in that 4 car. Up front, it's still Zardo, but now John Janssens is starting to chase him down.
Zardo out in front. John Janssens in the 66 machine sits in second. Chris Reichman right now hanging there in third. Brandon Crumby fourth. And how about the run for Doug Erskine? a wily veteran up there in the top 5, Tommy. Good to see the 64 back up at the front.
Yeah, Erskine, a former track champion here about 10 years ago in the Ministock division and holding a top 5 spot for now. But as I say that, Kevin Pauls and Martin Schroeder are on the tail end of the 64. A couple of young drivers chasing down the 64 of Erskine. Up front, it's all Zardo as he pulls away a bit over Jansen's.
There you see the point leader back out on the track, the 66X, but he's going to be multiple laps down. Probably be about 4 laps down, I would believe, at this point. I'll make that 3 laps down for the point leader, Brandon Jansen's.
So it's still Zardo leading the way in this one. Second is John Jansen's. Third, a good race between Crumby and Chris Reichman. And then also a good race for that 5th spot between Erskine and Schroeder now.
2 laps to go for Lane Zardo. Can he get it done? Can he get his first win here in the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks? That car has been stout. As they work it down the backstretch, Doug Erskine. Heartbreak for the 64 as he will have to take it to the pit area.
Tough break for Erskine. Up front, white flag in the air for Zardo. Jansen's a long way back. Still third is up for grabs there. Crumby has it. Reichman wants it.
Final time down the backstretch. I don't know if you'd call this one an upset, but a surprise win for sure. He brings it to the dirt. He'll take home the checkered flag. Lane. Check, 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 check.
There we go. We're back on the air.
Check, check. Check, check. There we go. Thought I broke the soundboard, Tommy. Tommy Googe will head down to Mobile One Victory Lane and talk with Lane Zardo. John Jansen second, Brandon Crumby third, still one feature to come. We're going to draw the 50-50 winning number right now. We also need 3 other numbers, guys, as you're down there for the trips to have bus racing tours that are taking you to Eldora Speedway to see the Super Dirt Car Series Big Block Modifieds and the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series at Eldora Speedway. Send it down to Mobile One Victory Lane. Tommy Googe and Clinton Jeff.
So Lane Zardo's out of the car. Make some noise for your feature winner in the mini stock division. From 21st to 1st, Lane Zardo. So Lane will get the Hans device and the helmet off here. And we'll get a word from him. The receiver falls on the track. And Lane, there's your hat, there's your checkered flag, and this car's been fast. We've seen it with both you and Chad behind the wheel. He finally put it all together tonight. How do you like this dirt racing stuff?
Man, it takes a little bit to get used to. I thought I was a little bit messed up in the heat. It slicked right up, and I don't know all these terms that a lot of these dirt track drivers do, but I think that's what they called it when it got dry and slipped. But we just tried to keep her on the bottom at the start of the race and kept picking off positions, and man, this thing was so fast. I just got out of my open air, and I was running it almost like an asphalt track because you could do that with the way the track was, just hang it way high and try and come off as low as possible. But I can't say enough about this racetrack. It is so fun every time I come here. When I just watch with the fireworks, the racing, and when I unload in the car, it's a new feeling. It's like a highway in these things.
Who do you want to thank for getting you up here on the front stretch tonight?
First and foremost, I got to thank the car owner, Chad Corcoran. He actually was supposed to race it tonight. We both have our duties off of late models tomorrow. So he was going to race it, but he broke his hand working on his car, so he kind of threw me in the driver's seat. I also got to thank Brent Weller. He drives the crate sprint car, and he does a lot to get me and Chad out here every week and see what we can do. So I got to thank everybody back there. And I guess my main sponsor is Zardo Racing, so I got to thank them too.
There he is. That's Lane Zardo.
Are you worried? Because these asphalt guys are starting to invade the territory, and it used to be a joke when they come to town. It's no joke, no. You got one ahead of you and one behind you. The asphalt invasion may have begun, but you guys, are you worried?
You know what? It's awesome to see these top caliber drivers come out here. It speaks volumes of the track, speaks volumes of what we got going on here. And hey, you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, and it's a heck of a lot of fun running with these guys and fun watching them try to learn a thing or two on the dirt too.
Solid job by John Jansen. We get over here and talk to Brandon Crumby. Now, Brandon, you're another one of these asphalt guys who safe to say we've converted you to the Church of Dirt now?
Oh, I think you could pretty safely say that.
Well, welcome here, congregation mates, every Friday, and you're doing well. Already one feature win. You got to be really pleased on how things are going. Another podium finish for your car tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we've been finishing solid. We're up there in the points, so that's what we're aiming for, but a couple wins wouldn't hurt.
All right, the Dirt Boys are shaking in their boots. Not really, but they're running good too, because you guys are Dirt Boys now. How about it for Lane Zardo, John Jansen, Brandon Crumby, our top three in the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks? How about $3,700 from you great fans? Big cheer for that kind of cash. Woo! Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you've never been here before, just by noise for those of you who are left here, make some noise if this is your first time.